Welcome to the Olympic National Park video tour. My name is Shaylee Ostland and I will be your guide for today. Olympic National Park is a diverse and stunning world. On today's tour, you will see fog-shrouded coasts with booming surf and wave-manicured beaches, a spectacular alpine country dotted with sparkling lakes. There will be lush meadows, glaciers, and North America's finest temperate rainforest. While we are waiting for everyone to get ready, I will tell you some basic facts of our extraordinary park. This park was established officially on the 29th of June, 1938 by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Another cool fact is that over 1,400 square miles lay within the boundaries, and in 1988, 876,000 acres were set aside as a formal wilderness, which is 95% of the park. And since 1979, more than 200 million people visit this park each year. Isn't that just spectacular? Alrighty then, before we start, I would like to inform you that the emergency exits are located at the door on the left side of the theater. Alright, the first place we will go is the coast. Here there are more than 60 miles of coastline. There are arches and sea stacks, the roar of the crashing waves, the calls of gulls, bald eagles, and black oyster catchers, dramatic sunsets, the vastness of the ocean, and a myriad of other elements will impress you. The Olympic coast is a wild place, and a place for endless exploration. The next place we will visit are the forests. Here in Olympic National Park, we have 4 basic types of forests: temperate rainforest, lowland, montane, and subalpine. Many of these forests can be very thick. In some locations, the forest canopy is so thick that falling snow is caught in the trees and never even reaches the ground. And in our rainforests, the precipitation can range from 140 to 167 inches per year. That's 12 to 14 feet. And eventually the tree line is reached, beyond which trees do not grow, but a profusion of wildflowers often rewards your eye in a vivid display that is an effective foil to the scenery below, now visible because the trees no longer block the view. Now, let's visit some glaciers. We can't get too close because there are 266 glaciers crowning the Olympic peaks, and we don't want to end up dying in one. So just so you know, the more prominent glaciers are those on Mount Olympus, covering approximately 10 square miles, where the average annual precipitation is about 200 inches. Most of the moisture coming in the form of snow. It's getting chilly. Let's go visit some hot places, like the hot springs. There are several hot springs that can be found here in the Olympic National Park. In fact, some of the natives have an interesting story of the origin of the hot springs. One day, 2 dragon-like creatures called lightning fish had hated one another so much that they decided to engage in a mighty and desperate battle. At the end, there was no victor because both were evenly matched. Admitting defeat, each of the creatures crawled into their separate caves, where they wept tears of mortification. Since these dragons could breathe fire, their tears were hot, so when they fell, they created the hot springs. Isn't that just such a neat story? Now we come to the last place of our journey, the mountains. 35 million years ago, the Olympic mountain range rose from the sea. This happened because the tectonic plates pushed the ocean floor into the mainland, creating the mountains. However, the mountains aren't that tall. The tallest mountain, Mount Olympus, is only 7,980 feet tall. Well, that about sums it up. If you would like to learn more, please visit our visitor center, or you can look at the websites listed on the screen in front of you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was enjoyable.